Thank you. And we'll, of course, can address the breakthroughs as we go through this conversation. But what I want to cover first, you know, it's all fun and games until, we're working toward regulatory compliance, which is a top concern for obviously mRNA therapeutics due to several key factors from unclear regulatory framework to, long-term safety monitoring. So first up, Joe, how does Strand maybe ensure data integrity or privacy compliance throughout R&D up through, GMP manufacturing?
Sure. Well, first, data integrity is important in every industry, especially in our own field, and we have to take it very seriously. From my standpoint in the company is we ensure all of our data is captured and verified in electronic notebooks. We have multiple people on the same project to ensure that there's transparency and visibility into the work that's being done, that all the work can be recreated. We review raw data, so don't just rely on what the raw numbers have been put into and the way that we visualize it. We go back and we actually comb through the raw data. And then as far as the compliance side, that's handled by our quality group and the quality systems that they implement. So that's really from my counterpart on the other side, from the manufacturing end and the quality group. So again, we put a lot of effort into ensuring that our work is real and is reproducible and is documented appropriately. And those are some of the efforts that we go through on our end from the data side.
Sure. And while I have you, because then of course we're going to hear from Christian and Nutcracker's perspective too. What are Strand's key regulatory considerations for your mRNA platform, and how are these addressed? Just wondering how they're addressed.
Yeah, absolutely. So mRNA is a new and evolving field for both, the biotech industry, my company specifically, at the FDA. We're probably in the first or second chapter, really. The first chapter maybe would have been the response to COVID, and we're going through the next generation of the therapies now and learning from, working on the learnings that we learned from the previous chapter, I guess. And so what I think is key is collaboration with the FDA. That's really key to success. The FDA has proven to be collaborative with companies in this space, and we really take advantage of engaging early and often with them to ensure that we're on the right track, and that our strategies and the way that we're thinking about these new medicines in this space and around with these regulations, that we're really following the path to get to where we need to go, which is into the clinic and then hopefully commercialization to help the patients.
Sure. Okay, thanks. Christian, I want to hear from you and your perspective. What strategies does Nutcracker employ to stay updated on evolving regulatory guidelines for mRNA therapeutics and to ensure ongoing compliance?
Yeah, of course. So, I think that STX definitely kept this in mind, like from the beginning. So one key aspect for us is that our manufacturing platform is used across all the different phases of projects, right? So from R&D all the way to like our full GMP, we use the same platform across all that space. So one, I think that's been very helpful to us to ensure consistency from the development phases to kind of, getting pre-IND and IND ready. So I think that's one key aspect of us, consistency in our manufacturing process. I think another aspect for us as well is, we're not quite at the space or large enough to really implement kind of some traditional controls like LIMS, right, to ensure your quality data, your QC data. However, we have put a lot of effort and controls into developing like different kind of solutions that have multiple levels of review. Leveraging things like smart sheets and other systems like that at least gives us the ability to have visibility and document different levels of review on all the data we generate.